and welcome back to Marketing Gems. So this week is all about how to get out of that creative block. So if you want to engage with your audience, then your marketing for your business needs to be creative. So what do I mean by being creative? So creative to me is about being different, about being unique. It's about getting outside of that box. It's about drawing outside of the lines, and it's about being you. So I'm going to give you some top tips based on my own experience of how you can get out of that creative block and get your creative ideas flowing again. So first idea, stop focusing on actions. When you focus on an action or a task within your marketing, then you are completely narrowing down your thinking. Now, in terms of marketing generally, it is essential that you are focused and you have direction. But if you're focusing on a task, such as what do I post on Facebook, then you are focusing on the wrong things. And the reason that you're getting stuck is that you're focusing on a particular action or tactic within your marketing first. And what happens when you focus on tactics first is that you quickly run out of ideas, or you have no ideas at all. So stop focusing on just the tactics. The question you need to ask yourself is what you want that action to either make your audience think about, what you want them to do, what you want them to feel. So if you want to post on Facebook, why do you want to post on Facebook, or what do you want the action to be? So you really need to go back to having a plan or strategy in place. Next, I want to talk to you about getting physical. And no, I'm not talking about getting into a fight. I'm actually suggesting that you get some exercise and stop. Don't turn off yet. Before you yawn and click away and go to another video, let me explain. I recently watched a TED Talk by a neuroscientist, and she talks about the brain-changing benefits of exercising. And within that, she talks about how our motivation, our memory, and our energy levels all go up and excel after exercising. And I know from my own experience that when I'm active, I definitely feel more creative. So find what works for you. Walking the dog, going to the gym, whatever it might be, find that little thing that will get you moving, that will help you get those creative ideas again. Okay, so my third tip for you is to take a break. Now, if a little bit like me, if you kind of wince with panic at the thought of not doing something related to work, and I kind of get that feeling and I know where you're coming from, but taking a break is actually beneficial to your business. So what I'm suggesting, and something that I do, is take yourself out of your normal work environment. So if you work in a home office like I do, sit on the floor, go in the garden, whatever works for you, get a pad and pen, or coloured pens works for me, and start to write and doodle about your business. Get all of those ideas out and onto paper. Give yourself space and give your brain some breathing space to relax and think and stop being in the do, because we're all too much in the do and feel we have to be busy, and then we end up being busy fools. Now, here's a secret, and this is something that I've been doing for the last 2 years since being freelance, which is, did you know to be most productive, you should have a 17-minute break for every 52 minutes of work? Now, you're probably thinking that sounds crazy, and you're probably thinking that sounds a hell of a lot of breaks to have in a day, but it works. Because if you're more productive in those 52 minutes, then you won't even notice the fact that you're having all of those breaks. Do have a look at the link with the blog that explains this theory. It's not just something that I randomly come up with. It's actually a theory out there that people have tested, and I'm one of the people that have tested it. And I generally follow that rule loosely throughout my time. And what I find is that those 17-minute breaks aren't just 17-minute breaks of non-activity. Your intuitive part of your brain is working in the background. So during those 52 minutes of work, you'll be working, you'll be busy, for me, writing copy, whatever I might be doing. And in those 17 minutes, I might think of some other ideas, and I might want to go back and tweak it. And I often find that after 17 minutes, that 52 minutes of work that I've previously done, the work has rested, almost a bit like a roast chicken on a Sunday. It's had time to rest. So I go back, I either rewrite or tidy the copy, and the copy is 10 times better because I've let it settle rather than rush, send it out. So give yourself and give your brain time to relax and be more productive. So my last tip for today is look outside the box. So I talk about being creative in getting out of the box. Well, you need to look outside the box as well. As a business owner, and no matter whether you're a micro business, an entrepreneur, a solopreneur, a big corporate, a medium corporate, whoever you are in business, we're all guilty of being too insular. We look inward, we look at ourselves, we look at our business, and we think about our business and we think about ourselves. Well, actually, to be creative and think of that bigger picture, we need to get outside and look outside of the box. So whether that's reading something, watching a TED talk, watching a YouTube video, reading a magazine, and it doesn't have to be business related. I've read a women's health magazine recently and I got some great ideas from it that was related to business, but the piece I was reading wasn't about business. So just think about ways that you can get the outside world inside. And also consider whether you want to speak to someone. You know, bouncing ideas off people is always a great way. Use forums, speak to contacts, speak to your partners, speak to whoever you need to, because it will help, trust me. So that's my kind of 4 top tips for getting over your creative block. I'd love to hear your ideas and find out what you do to get out of your creative block. Do subscribe to the YouTube channel for Marketing Gems. Come and find me on Twitter, SomecallmeJem, and go to the website somecallmejem.com for more details. Thanks.